Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Rosmala Santina. So now I want to describing the summary of language, dialect, and varieties. Okay, the first about definition of language. Language is about a system of communication between individual and a society phenomenon. According to Raymond Hickey, language is a social, functional, and behavioral entity that is socially and behaviorally structured. Language transmits social meanings, reflects that social order, and expresses the identity of its speakers. According to Hagen, 1966, language and dialect are ambiguous terms. According to Collins Dictionary, a language is a system of communication that consists of a set of sounds, a symbol that are used by the people of a particular country or region for talking. The remaining language used by a particular community, it means language that relates to society or social life. So the relationship between language and society can be learning social linguistics. And the area of language and society is intended to show how our see of language is governed by sex factor as class, gender, or race. Next, language can be used in two ways. The first is the standard language is a language that uses formal language. For example, in educational or work or talking to people who are older than us. The second is non-standard language is the language used in a non-formal situation. For example, talking with a friend or talking to people who are ager or the same age as us. Okay, the next about definition of dialect. Edward, 2009, defined dialect as a variety of a language that differs from other along three dimensions: vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation, or action, because they are form of the same language. Dialect is a variety of language that signal where a person comes from, and it also has some application in relation to a person's social background or occupation. Dialect is the language used based on the people, area, or environment. Okay, next. Uh, dialect have two kinds. The first is dialect per stage. It's a dialect that comes from the educational process. The second is dialect stigma. It's a kind of dialect that comes from an interaction process but of the subconscious or natural process during communication. Okay, the last is about definition of varieties. Varieties is a specific set of linguistic items or human speech patterns, possibly a sound, word, grammatical features, and etc., which we can connect with some external factor, apparently a geographical area or a social group. According to Hudson, 1996, Ferguson, 1972, and Wardowf, 2006. It can be concluded the varieties are a general terms for any distinctive form of language or linguistics. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.